welcome back to the channel. We're going to be checking out this HP Omen obelisk that I picked up on OfferUp for $270. As you guys can see, it has a really nice opening mechanism for the top lid. You just remove this, place it to the side. And in the internals, we have an Intel Core i7-8700, 6 cores, 12 threads, and HP OEM 1060 3GB variant. You also have an HP branded 500 watt power supply. The dreaded single channel RAM. That's 16 gigabytes running in single channel. And you have a 256 gigabyte boot SSD. You also have some removable vent dust covers right here. So this particular model, or a lot of these models, come with like a standard ATX motherboard. As you guys can see, there's your 24-pin connector right there. So this PC has a lot of connectivity. If we move to the top here, you can see you got two USB 3.0s, headphone and microphone jack, your power button. Then nothing on the front right there. Just like all like a brushed plastic trim to make it look more premium. That's a weird HP Omen logo. I don't know if that's supposed to light up or just be mirrored. Okay, so I was able to change the RGB on the computer through the HP Omen software actually, and you are able to customize the LED strip and the logo, as you guys can see in the clip above. So it does look pretty neat in my opinion. And as far as expandability, there isn't much. You just have room for another DDR4 stick right there. Cable management is whatever. Alright, taking a quick look at the back now, you have your easy access button to take off the acrylic side panel. You also have your Kensington lock. This is a 25L, that's the branding for this PC. Exhaust fan. You have 5 USB 3s and then 1 USB 3.1 and Ethernet jack and your audio inputs. Then moving down closer to the bottom, you also have all your outputs for your 1063 gigabyte card, which I'm surprised this has that many. Then just another fan for your power supply and your power supply cable. So checking out this side, there's nothing on the back. And there's just some tiny Omen branding you can see here. And then here's some more of the front. All right, so here you can take a look at the specifications for the HP OEM 1063 gigabyte variant. You guys can see right there it says HP. You got your 3 gigabytes of GDDR5 on a 192-bit bus. The GPU clock is 1506 megahertz. The memory clock is 2002. Boost clock is 1709. I'm not going to do any overclocking on this. Hey, so we're going to start off with Fortnite here, and the game is running in performance mode, so we're not using DirectX 11 or DirectX 12. And right off the bat, we're getting pretty great performance, high refresh rate experience. You know, we're talking about anywhere from 100 to 200 frames per second. Obviously, when we're falling down, everything's loading in, and that's going to take up a lot more like GPU power and such. But now the frames are looking great. You know, our CPU utilization is anywhere from 45 to 55. And then GPU utilization is barely like we're hovering around 36 to 48 at the most. So I'd say it's going pretty well so far. And our temperatures are also looking pretty well. So the CPU temperature is hovering right around 73 degrees to 77 degrees Celsius. GPU temps are about 64 to about 68 at the most that I've seen. Luckily this game doesn't use that much VRAM, so VRAM we're only looking at about less than 2 gigabytes of utilization, and the actual RAM usage, that is quite high, but most games are going to be like that nowadays. So minimum of RAM you should have in a PC nowadays is at least 8, preferably in dual channel, but single channel will do just fine. But yeah, we're using 7600 megabytes of of RAM. So yeah, it's getting up there. But this little thing is chugging along, you know, it's doing great, you know, can't complain. Temperatures are ideally fine, especially for this enclosed case. Right then, moving right along to Call of Duty Vanguard. This is the newest Call of Duty game, of course. I don't know what people have against it, but I personally like it. It's a nice change of like weapons and scenery from like Warzone, and just Modern Warfare is what I mostly play. Don't get me wrong, Cold War was ass, but you know, this game is really good. So it is running on the lowest settings, of course. Field of view is all the way set up to about 110 or 115, something like that. But this is definitely a very playable experience, especially if you're just trying to like get on the newest games that are out. So just when you're like in closed areas, obviously you're gonna get some more frames per second. Looking closely to more of like 100 frames per second, rarely, but usually our average is looking at about 75 to 85 frames per second. Like I said, RAM utilization on this newer game is upwards of 10 gigabytes almost, and CPU temperatures are maintaining pretty well, not too bad. Highest I've seen it get is like about what, 82 maybe, 80. Oh, I guess 84. Anyways, that's not bad at all. And then also the GPU's chugging along, using barely under, a little bit under 3 gigabytes of VRAM. GPU temperature for a 1060 is also about 80 degrees Celsius, so I'd say that's rather good. But for playing like newer Call of Duty games that are simple, I'm surprised how this is doing on Vanguard, so that is something great to say. Alright, this is the part where I would have had the Warzone gameplay up, but I don't know what the heck is happening with my Mac and the editing software where it's not letting me insert it for whatever reason. So until I get that sorted out, this video is going to be a bit incomplete, and I apologize for that. But I will be uploading a second part with more gameplay footage. If you want to see some games that I could potentially get, let me know in the comments. But as far as that goes, here's the end of the gameplay. Sorry, like I said. Alright guys, so there you have it. As you guys can see, this HP Omen obelisk is very capable, and you do have a lot of upgrade paths as long as far as like components go, because it's like a standard ATX motherboard, standard power supply, standard GPU, standard headers and all that stuff. So you do have a lot of options with this. I would definitely recommend this for someone as their first PC. And then, you know, as you get more knowledge, maybe upgrade the GPU, add more RAM. What else? You could probably even transfer this to a different case. There's plenty of YouTube videos on how to do that. But regardless, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.